Libra, how you doing? So I keep hearing bra, okay, bra or bra size, bra, but someone that calls someone bruv or bra, but like brass, money. So we've got money being a problem here, looking for money, and then also going. I'm also hearing going, wanting to go or up in a bra size. So you've got some messages here that are kind of coming through of maybe weight. Okay, weight lifting. So like the gym. So your messages so far, Libra. So if you don't know, this is remote viewing, channeling, Akashic records, all of that kind of stuff. And then I will come out with predictions, stuff that you're kind of going through. The best thing that I would say do is watch all of the videos that I do, put all the pieces together, because this is like in the Akashic records. And then one piece at a time, we put them all together. And at the end of the week, if you've watched all of the readings, you'll see that it will come to some kind of story. Now, if you haven't seen my video where I predicted my own bloody car accident, I got into a car accident yesterday, and I'd been saying about a car accident all week. And unfortunately, I hit a deer. I was okay. I got my car back. But on the next day, the next morning, there was a car accident on that same road in the same place. Fish, Pisces. He was a Pisces and so am I. But there was a car accident and he died. So divine intervention. So a lot of these can come true. So I might blow your mind, but stick with it. So your messages so far are something about a bra, like maybe having an operation or wanting to go up or down in a bra size, depending on what size you are. But because I'm hearing like the gym and I may be working out, okay, there may be something where it's like, okay, I'm putting on muscle, or the name Russell, Crowe, Brandon, and Lee. Okay, so watch the reading that I just did before this, which was Taurus, Life Path 5, Taurus or Sag. But I'm also hearing Colonel Mustard or something as well. But going up in size. So some of this could be the gym. Okay, I'm going to the gym and I'm going up or down in size. Like my muscles are getting bigger. You've really got to be dealing with a fish or a Pisces, because a muscle is also a fish. But we'll get onto that in a moment. So I'm going up in muscle, but I'm going down in size. It's something about going up and down in sizes. Okay, like weight, my weight. Right, so kind of picking up like a weighing scale here and something like being outweighed. Like I keep weighing myself to see if I've lost any weight or if there's a crow there. But like I keep weighing myself to find out if I'm going up or down in weight. Now I'm picking up a lift also, like on a hotel, in Hotel California. But I seem to be going up and down in this lift. Okay, going up here to stories, like there's different floors on a hotel. Now, are you buying one or renting one or going on a holiday, or do you live in a place where there are like, you have to go up in this lift to the top floor? Okay. Something about that may be there, but that was in the Taurus reading. So watch the Taurus reading to find out about buying and selling a house or a home or a pub, restaurant, and all that sort of stuff, because that seems to be here. But your message seems to be coming through about going up in size or down in size. Oh, okay, so it is. It's to do with about moving. Richard or Pryor? Moving, some of you. Now, we will get back to the gym part, okay? But for some of this is like going up or down in size or up. So it's kind of like, I'm also hearing that I've got kids that are growing up, but they're also going down. I don't know what that is. It feels like an elevator, or my mood seems to be going up or up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, finding it very difficult to sleep at night. I always seem to, like, I go to sleep and then I get up and then I'm sort of like, I go to sleep again and then I get up and then I go down, and, you know. So it's like depression and that kind of thing that may be here for a lot of you. But what I want to get at is this moving energy, this moving that they're kind of getting me to look at now, where it's like, okay, I am living in a house, right, like this, through the keyhole, so Keeley, but I live in a house like this, and it's about properties. I want to kind of aim for something that's bigger. Okay, so I want, like, I might have a load of kids, okay, that live at home, and there's not enough room for us all to fit here. So I need to look to go to a bigger house or a hotel or stay in a block of flats. So if this is to do with, like, going on holiday, it would be like I'm looking at places to stay from going home to go and stay in a hotel somewhere. Okay, now if it isn't, this is like on the market, putting my house on the the name Mark, or Melissa, or Martin, okay, or Melissa, or anybody that has M in their name, okay. So I'm also hearing a teacher that does things like marking things off, and I'm putting a tick next to that and a cross there and a tick here and a tick there. So it's kind of like arranging something with names on a phone. This was on a different reading. It may have been yours. Somebody had bought a new phone, or they're going through their phone, and they're kind of like, oh, I'm deleting you, and I'm deleting you, and I'm like, I don't speak to you anymore, and I'm deleting that, deleting this. Okay, you can stay. Don't quite know where that M belongs, really. Who is that? And I'm trying to find out who M is. Okay, but there may be a lot to do with around your mobile phone, changing it and needing to change all of your names over from one to another. This is also like contacts. Jody or Foster? Oh, okay. Some of this, of what they're saying, is that you could be or might look into foster child or fostering children. Okay. And because of that, I'm going to need a bigger house because I foster children and that is my living. Or if you don't, this could be a possibility. Now, I do know that in Britain, that is a very good job to have, because if you want to be a foster parent, they will give you a house. They will give you a house big enough in order for all of these children, okay, to fit in. And then you have a job there as a mother or a foster mother, and that is a way of getting another house or a home or a job. Is to look in, because for some of you, I'm picking up like I'm looking, right? I'm looking to change house, home, job, or something like that. And that the possibility of me having a job could be the fact that if I get a bigger house, I can have more children, okay? And that might relate to, like I said, being a foster mum. Okay. So Jody, anybody's got J in their name, Foster or F, JF, Steph, Steve, Sarah, JFK. Why am I hearing JFK? FK. I mean, that was like president, wasn't it? A president, not a prime minister. That's the UK. So I'm hearing JFK. Why that would relate to you in any way, I've got no idea. A deer, so you may have hit one, Steve. Be careful of hitting a deer. Okay. I'm also hearing stuff like, I am looking after my family members, right? So should I move back home, with my family? And then that entail would help me save money because I'm living with my parents and I'm going to be looking after my mum, right? Looking after an elderly person. Now, some of you may do this for a living. Like you go from house, okay, to house. These three doors have been coming up in Pisces reading, okay, and it also came up in Taurus. Now, I do need to quickly explain that I read in numerology. So it's very important to watch all of these. I'm not just trying to get you to watch every video, Libra, but this is how you put the pieces together, right? Now, predictions, trust me, if you've watched me for a while, you know that these blow your bloody mind. And that there was something like the butterfly effect that happened to me, which is like I got saved from this accident. And unfortunately, someone else took my place and they died on the same road the next morning, same star sign. And I hit a deer, turned around and I came home. Okay. Unfortunately, the next day on the same road in the same place, there was a car accident of two cars and the person died. Okay. So I want to say the name Diane, or my nan, becoming a grandmother or a grandma. So you might have, okay. So they're saying that a baby is possibly, Kim, name Kim, is on its way. And I'm looking to buy a bigger house because it's either me that's pregnant or maybe my child is pregnant and my child lives at home and my child is in this door, okay, and this door. I'm also hearing a dorm room. Dominic or dominatrix. What is that? Well, I know what that is. But like, this could be college, right? And I'm going to college and I'm trying to pick out a college or a school that I want to go to, right? Could be. But what I want to go back to is these doors that I keep being shown this week so far. So the name's Sophie or a sofa. Sophie or sofa, right? But it's all to do with around living. Where am I going to live? Shall I move from my house to college? Or shall I move from my house where I work? Like I work somewhere, and if I work there, I may be able to also live there. And that living quarters could be like here. Like there's a big like hotel or a pub, because this came up in Taurus reading, Sag Taurus Life Path 5, where this was a pub or a restaurant, okay? And it's kind of like I'm going to sell my house, right? Going to sell my house and I'm going to move into a pub or a restaurant or something like that. Like I'm trying to cut back on my finances and money and I'm trying to think how that will help. And I'm trying to balance everything out. I've got children, okay, and I've got grandchildren. Okay. And I'm trying to think how the hell Capricorn could be involved, but how we are all going to fit into this one building or one house. Is it possible for us to do that? Because if it isn't possible, then we're going to have to move because I need more room. Right. Now, it may be that you own this hotel, right? Or you own a big house. And you're thinking, okay, I could rent from Kent. So London, like someone from Britain or Kent, Okay. Old Kent Road. So it's like Monopoly. So anybody here could be from London or from Britain at least. London. Spells London. Ready or not, not Pisces. Swinging on a tree. So Pisces is here. London, not. So don't move to London or don't go to London. Something like that. I don't know. But this is like, how are we all going to move here? If I already own this place, I can have people or my family move into this house here or this window, right? And I can have my kids can stay in this room, and I can stay in this room, okay? And my kids can stay in this room, and then I can rent all of these rooms out to these people, right? And they're like, yay, I can rent out this room. How much is it? I can rent out this room or this room. It's like, well, we live here. I'm actually living in a pub or a restaurant up here at the top. Hello. Right, we live here. And then I can rent out these rooms. Now, you either do this for a living where it's property, margins, marketing, and all of that stuff, and you're on the telephone. On the telephone line. Hello, yeah, I would like to book a room, please, in blah, blah, blah. Or can you show me around this house or this home? And you do like real estate agent. For some of you, okay, an estate agent. Agency. Now, like I said, some of you may not actually have a job, but you could be looking into marketing, like physically marketing. Like, let's just keep saying a market or marketing. So my house or my business is on the scales of balance. What do? Do I sell? Do I sell my house, or do I sell my house to buy this, whatever it is here? Like, do I sell my house to buy something bigger? Okay. Because it's kind of like, okay, love, if you're with someone or if you're on your own and you're like, right, I've got a bit of money saved up, right? I could spend all of my money, sell my house, sell all my property, and I could buy somewhere that's big, where I could end up renting out all of these rooms, right? Or I own a house and I'm fortunate enough to be able to like move myself into something smaller, okay? And then I've still got this place to be able to rent out. So some of this could be like, you may have had someone unfortunately die. Okay, definitely like Diane, or my nan, right? So if we look at nan, say like my grandmother, or my mother unfortunately passed away, and she has left me this house, right? Because of my inheritance. I really can't spell, but don't worry about me. I'm not supposed to, because I pick out other words into do there. Was I hearing Hitler or her? So this is a she. So I'm hearing Sheila. So that would be from Aussie, from Australia. And I'm a Sheila. You're right there, Sheila. Right? Or the actual name Sheila. Okay. Sheila. I'm also hearing that you have a dog and that the dog will be coming with you. Right? Or you have a cat living with you. Dogs and cats. Or a Leo, specifically as a person. So some of you, I'm hearing that I'm about to have, or I have got, an inheritance, right? I've got an inheritance, and what do I do with the money? Do I sell this house? Do I sell it? So if you'll be amazed if you look at the Taurus reading, how the energy now I'm doing Libra is kind of the same, but it's sort of exchanged itself into like, I've got an inheritance, or I've got a spare room, right? Because my kids have moved out and I've now got a spare room and I can now rent out one of these rooms, right? Or I've got an inheritance, someone has passed away, and I have now got this house to look at to think, do I want to sell it? Sell it, or do I want to rent it? It, or Stephen, or Steve. But do I want to sell it, or do I want to rent it? What do I want to do? If I rent it, at least then I'll have an income. Okay, fair income. Someone's from Australia, fair income. Okay, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. But at least then I've got an income coming from here. But then where do I move? So I might have to take somewhere smaller. Okay, so I've got a big house here, and I might have to move somewhere smaller and downsize for a little while. The name Danielle. But I'm going to have to downsize just for a little while, whilst this starts to make money. Right? So this house is making money. This is where I'm going to have to live for a little while until this starts to hit profit, and then I'm either going to sell it or I'm just going to continue to make money off this building and then downsize for a little while until I've got enough money, and then I'll look to going somewhere bigger. Okay. So it's kind of like that I really have seen for you. Now, a lot of this, you're probably just a businessman or a businesswoman, and you deal in like estate agents and properties and buying and selling and buying like where you work and all of that stuff. Okay. I don't know why I'm picking up Herman and I want to draw a square face. Right, a square. Squire? Esquire? I'm picking up someone that's like got something after their name, like Sir. Okay, Sir. Or Duke, like a Duke of Edinburgh, or something like that from Edinburgh, but like the Duke of Edinburgh or the Duke or whatnot. And I've bought a castle, like I have a castle. So where are we going? Castle. Is it E-L or L-E? Don't know. Castle. So I've got my own castle. But whatever it is, whether it be a castle or not, okay, I keep picking up like a huge building. Okay, a big building. And I don't know what to do with it. Do I rent it out or lease it out? Lisa? Rent? Or buy? Do I rent or buy? Now, this really could be something where in the Taurus reading, it was about going from something small like a car or a small car to a bigger car. Okay. And do I invest my money into a car or a house or a home or bigger? But now I'm picking up that this is like removal. This is like a van, or the name Haley. A van, right? And it's like we need to put all of this stuff in this van here and have it all moved. I don't know why I'm also picking up a coal miner or Nicole, or someone that mines coal. I don't know. People don't do that any days, do they? But it's like a horse and cart, or like putting in gold or silver or money into a cart and then transporting it into this bank. So you could be a banker or a wanker. I don't know. But like, I'm a banker and I'm transporting money, or I'm like a security officer or security. So like, this is all to do with like money, finances, money, like social. Social, I really can't spell. Social, security. So like, some of you may be on what we call in Britain social security money. Like this is like an elderly pension. Like I'm either claiming my pension or I have like received a certain amount of money and I've like been given this money or this opportunity with this back payment. Okay. So now we're kind of changing on to like, this could be PIP. PIP. Now, if you don't know what that is in Britain, that is kind of like where you have like an element of like my back hurts and I can't work and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. And I can make a claim, right? So I'm claiming some money. I mean, wow. I mean, where have I got Libra? I always relate to Libra readings. Like, because I've just made a claim for my car accident. Okay. And then with that money, I'm hopefully buying a bigger car. But this is kind of saying to me, like, all of a sudden, something happens that's big, right? And I get like a back payment, like a down payment or a back payment because of my back. Like I may have been in an accident or I've got like a really bad back. Okay. And I'm claiming for like ADHD. And I can't work because of my mental health. And I've also got like back pains and everything else. And I'm claiming PIP. And then all of a sudden it comes in and I get back payment. A back payment. And then I also get like an insurance claim. And then I get even more money. And all of a sudden, it's kind of like all of this money kind of comes. Where were we in this? With your, where was the horse and the cart? There. Like all of this money arrives here. Now, this could just be like, okay, I live here and then all of a sudden I get a phone call. Okay. I get like a phone call from someone. And you're like, hello? It's like, yeah, I'm just letting you know that we've accepted your so-and-so and so forth of whatever it means to you. And we've accepted your claim. And we're now coming to pick up your car or whatnot, because this is also like a van that needs to pick something up. And we're going to pick it up. And then we are going to give you a settlement. Right? We're going to give you a settlement. And because of the settlement, I've now got a choice with all of this money that I've got now. And do I take the money and do I invest it into my home? Or do I invest it into a new car? For some of you, it could be. If you're on my timeline and you had a bloody accident, right? Or do I, like, because whatever it is, it feels like that. Sorry, this is my gaming chat. I game with my friends and we're on WhatsApp and it's called Twat Gaming. And we're like, right, brother, you on tonight? Yeah, what should we play? Let's download this game. So it feels like that this is a removal van, right? And if I am moving or considering it, I need to put all of my shit into this car or this van and move it to here, because I'm now moving from here to here. Okay, here. So this is also like a car, maybe, and I need a car payment or a claim, PIP, the name Clayton, Eric Clapton, could even have the clap, I don't know, but Erica, or from America, but that's nearly everybody online. But it feels a lot like that I have this opportunity now that's kind of arisen where I'm going to be able to have a back payment of this, a claim of that. I've got like a pool, or the name pool, of money, okay, because I've either just sold something or whatever, and it all comes in. All of this money starts to flood in, right? Because of a flood. So was there like where you live or where you're living, there was a flood? Like say you live in America somewhere and there was like a tornado, okay? And you had a load of damage done to your car or house. And because there was a load of damage, you can now put a claim in. And you did, or about to. And you're about to see how much money you are owed or given, right? Because of a flood. But that could also be like my car is flooding. Like it's like there's a load of fucking fluid coming out of my car, right? And I need a new car for some of you. And you might be able to put in like an insurance claim. Now, if none of you are kind of like on this timeline, you're either suffering through the money that you need to try and gather, and you're trying to come up with ideas of like, could I claim for like PIP, ADHD, all of this sort of stuff? But you may relate to the first messages that were here for you of like family, moving in with family to make it cheaper for me. There may be a baby on the way, and if there's a baby, I'm going to need something bigger. Okay, so I'm going to need another room. Because I've only got like a 3-bedroom house, right? But I need 4 now. I need a 4-bedroom house because of an expectancy of a baby turning up. And because they are, or they do, then what am I going to do? Right? I need to start contacting the child agency, because there was something in another reading that came up about an agency, right? Like, it was this one, like fostering agency. Okay, so it could be the child agency, right? And I need to contact the agency because I'm also in like a modeling contract or an agency that I'm with. But it's like accident and emergency. Okay, but it's like an emergency to do with my child, right? And we need another house, or we need a bigger house because I'm expecting a child, or my child is expecting a child, and they have nowhere to live because there's loads of us in this house, and my child lives here that actually has a child. And because of that, now I really do need to start thinking about, okay, we got to find somewhere that's like bigger here. I don't know why I'm drawing a cup of water, or a pint glass. This could be a pub or a restaurant, right? Seems to be like a glass that's full of beer or alcohol, or someone that drinks quite a lot here. Her name's Charlotte. But for some of you, it might be like where you're dating someone and you're kind of taking it to the next level, right? You're leveling up. That's why it's kind of getting bigger, because I'm sort of leveling up. Some of you, the person that you're with is an actual bricklayer. They bricklay or they build houses for a living. Okay, because I'm hearing like stories. Okay, and I'm going up, and then up, and then up, and then up, and then up, and up, and up until I get to the top, right? So it's like the top bunk or the top house or the top cat. Something about a Leo. Top cat. The top cat. Which could be Leo. Right? But like, I'm trying to think what else this really is for you here, Libra. Because, well, let's just break it to brass tacks. Okay. I was just going to say, let's break it down to brass tacks. Tax. Or a taxi. or a Joula taxi, someone from France. This came up, same message. Taurus, Sagittarius, Life Path 5. Watch that reading. It's going to have a lot of relevance to you because it could be a relative that's doing it, a child, your son, your daughter, your mum, and they could be going through it, and you've got this in your chart and they have it in theirs or something, and this is relating to like what you're all going through as a family. This is something now to do with around a Life Path 7 or a taxi, right? And I need to pay tax, or do I? Right? Because it could be like a cash in hand job to do with deliveries, right? Food delivery, or delivering a baby, right? But something is being delivered, right? Delivered. Stand and deliver. Whoa, whoa, money or your life. Life insurance. Some of you could deal with insurance. Like you are actually the person that does things with, you insure cars, you are the insurance. I'm with Admiral. Admiral Insurance, right? So it's something about life insurance policy, Admiral Insurance for a car, looking into like how much, if I was to do this legit, okay, and not be cash in hand. If I do it legit, I would have to have my own company, right? So if I do it legit, then I need to kind of think, how much money am I earning? And do I tell the tax man or the tax office that I might have like a second or a third job, right? Rob, someone's bending over here, bending over backwards in order to pay this tax off. Write-off. Okay, I'm hearing it's a write-off. So I'm writing it off as, there's like involvements of money, cash, a write-off, which means that I can't fix it. Jim will fix it, but the name Jim, right? But like, or Jan, right? But I can't fix it. So you've got like a mechanic, right? But something needs fixing. So is it to do with a taxi company, or my tax needs sorting out, or I am an accountant, or I need to pay my accountant, or I need to look for car insurance? I'm either the broker or that I am the one that's looking for car insurance, because I may be looking to buy a building, a business, and a car, or all of the above, or one of them at least. I'm also hearing the name Beth. Okay. Claims. Claiming insurance. PIP. Putting in a claim for like my bad back or whatever it is, or ADHD, mental health. And I do loads of different things, right? I am like an entrepreneur that drives a taxi. Okay. I also own my own company to do with around a building, or I own my own house. Sorry. It's like ownership, right? I'm taking ownership, or the name Steve Ship. That's the one that ripped me off £7,000. Steve Ship, thanks very much for that, bruv. We never did get around to breaking your legs, did we? But like, it's like this, be careful if you run into someone called Steve Ship. He's a con man, right? Because he won't be paying his tax, that's for sure, because he'll be doing something that's non-legitable and trying to get away with paying tax. That's for sure. Okay. So there may be of a message here of where you're thinking, okay, what can I sort of like get away with not paying tax on? Because I've got a lot of things on, right? I've got a lot of investments, a lot of fingers in a lot of pies, or the name Joy. Okay, the name Joy, or Gianna, or Morgana. Freeman, Freemasons, Mason. Okay, but like a lollipop. What's that? A lollipop man? Someone that does things for schools. Okay, so well, I used to work for a company that used to do this. So this is a taxi company that drive children on a bus, like a coach driver, a bus driver or a coach driver. Okay, here. And these are all children that are kind of sitting in the car or the van. And it's a company that do this. What is he sticking up? Something is sticking up there. We better put some legs on that very quickly because that's inappropriate. Okay, like, hello, this is me looking out the window. Right, so these are like children that are like going to and from school, and my insurance is high, or this is an actual just taxi. How, like, I need insurance to insure all of these people. Okay. Now, you could be the mechanic that fixes cars and stuff like that. You could be the owner of a taxi or an Uber company or something like that. Okay, because I did pick up like lollipop man. Okay, so it's like stop, go, stop, go. So I'm picking up people that are from Amsterdam, picking up the name Dan also. I'm Dan or Danielle. Don't know how to spell the rest of Danielle, blah, 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 L. Right? Could be dealing with a hangman, a Pisces, because I'm picking up where this is like a gap and a gap here. So Dan, okay, let me try and blah, 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 and fill the gaps in. That word is like word association. Okay. So like playing the hangman. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. Right. What happened there? Oh. There it is. So the hangman from Amsterdam. I'm also hearing a hamster as well, like a hamster wheel. Right, a hamster wheel. And I just seem to keep running up that hill, running up that hill. Like Placebo. One of my favourite bands, Placebo. Why are they getting me to draw circles? Circles in the sand. Sandy? St. Neots? From Amsterdam. This is like a tree. Bark. Tree. Right? And it's like, how old is this tree? I've got no fucking idea. But how old is this tree? So you might be having a tree cut down for some reason. Like I've got a big tree in the garden and it needs cutting down. Right? Don't know where that's coming from as a message. Or any of it, really. It's like a rubbing. Tree bark. Barker? Barcode? Barcode. So you may have your own barcode or something. Oh, bar. Okay. Bar, black sheep. So I'm hearing a bar, which is a restaurant. Food. So you either work there, or somebody does, like McDonald's or something. Okay. And you work for food, or you own a bar and a restaurant, and you're looking to invest into like a pub. And inside of this pub, they do food in this pub. Right? Here. Some of you, like I said, it would be balancing out your taxi. Your tax Some of you, there's a taxi driver or something like that to do with around a life path 7 or a Cancer, right? Money, claiming, PIP, sort of like gathering different amounts of money in different avenues. Renting and buying a building or a house or a car or looking for one, a new one. An inheritance for some of you that may be where a family member passed on or died and they've left it, or Diane, I keep hearing Diane, right, Diane? But like an inheritance or an investment or something like that, okay? An insurance company, sell my house or my building or my business. What do I sell? House or business? Right? Rooms to rent and let. Like, I'm also seeing this now as landlord. So that's a pub. I am the landlord of a pub. This, for some reason, I'm picking up ship. So like ownership. Well, the ship actually here, just up the road, is actually called the ship. The ship or the anchor, but the ship. So it's like this, I'm going to be, or I am, the landlord of a pub that has a restaurant, and I am the landlord. But I'm picking up like a donor. Donor? Donor? Donation? Nationwide? So nationwide is a bank account. Nationwide. So it's like opening one up and putting money in or taking it out or something like that and investing it into a business where I own and I am the landlord of a bed and breakfast. Bed and brekkie? Bed and brekkie? Could be from Manchester or somewhere. But like a bed and brekkie. My name's Becky. My name's Becky. And I own the bed and brekkie. Your name's Becky, Rebecca. But like, my name's Becky. I'm from the Big Brekkie. Denise, Van, Elton, John, or Vaughan. What was his name? He's from Britain. Denise Van Elton. She's like a TV, or was. And Johnny Vaughan. John. Okay. Or Denise, or D. Anybody's got D in their name. Diane, Dan, Danielle, Dennis, the Menace. What have we done? Wow, nearly an hour. So there's your channeled intergalactic nanu stuff that you got a gynecologist. Okay, so I've realised that a gynecologist is a pussy doctor. Well, because I don't have a pussy, Libra, I didn't know what a gynecologist was. And a few people said, why do you not know what a gynecologist is? Because I have a dick. I don't have a pussy. Okay, so I've never need to go and see a gynecologist. Right, now I've been to see a chiropractor. I know what they fucking are because I have a bad back. Right? So something about that here, maybe like a massage therapist or piss artist, maybe. Pub, brewery. Owning it or renting it, leasing it, a brewery. So like if the pub is brewery owned, you don't own the pub, it's the brewery. So you work for the brewery. They supply the beer. If you're fortunate enough to own your own pub, then you supply your own alcohol and then you can set your own prices. Okay. So there is something like that for you there, Libra. I'll be there. Michael will always be there. Somebody will always be there. Well, I'll be there. I'll be there too. Yeah, I'll be there. It's kind of like a get-togethering or a gathering, or the name Gavin, Stacey, Steve, but like a get-together of a gathering. And like, well, I'll be there. 100% will I always be there. Okay, so it's somewhere that spends a long time there. Right, let's see. So Libra, what's Libra got coming up? Well, marriage, commitment, banking, housing, developments, housing, Christine, getting together with someone, having a party, having a get-together, a marriage, like all of kind of like a celebration, celibacy, Sarah, Steve, but like a celebration. Okay, it could be a birthday. I'm not sure when anyone's birthday is. Still Pisces, I've had mine. But Pisces' birthday party or something. But this is getting together with someone that I'm married to, committed to. Some good news like, way, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly... So this is a pub and a restaurant. Like, I've just signed a lease, or I've just got something, and I've just gone to my bank, blah, 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 and I've just purchased this Hierophant, okay, which means a long-term bank account or a building society or something like that, and it's there forever, or Trevor. And I've just got some good news about it, right? Or this is a bank, and money's just gone into my bank, right, of what you had on the iPad there. Let's see, Libra. Something to celebrate. 3 again. Well, it's not good celebrating a third-party situation. But again, this is a place of business, right? It's all business up in here. This is like employing. Okay, I'm looking to employ someone, or self-employed, or I'm going self-employed. Okay. Ploy. Koi carp. Something around a fish. Pisces. You could be in a third party if it comes to like your love life kind of situation. But I'm kind of really not picking it up. Like, you could have like a life path 3 or a Pisces around you of interest. Like an investment. Like, I'm going to make an investment or something like that. Going to take a chance on someone. Or like, would you like to go halves in something? Or I'm going to invest into a company or something like that. Just be very careful, like, because like I said, I invested money into someone that ended up ripping me off. So you would have to know this person quite well. But it's like, I'm thinking about taking a lump sum of money and investing it into someone's business, someone else's business, or I'm going to take it over and make it my own. Okay? And it's all to do with this. Money. Making an offer. Receiving an offer. Libra. 5 of Swords. Okay. So there's going to be a few arguments to do with this offer and this money. Going to have to zoom out a little bit, Libra, because we need to get you on the table here. We need to get you on the table? What is that? I need to get you and put you on the table. Was that a fish? Well, a gynecologist. So you might have to go to a doctor's or a hospital as a gynecologist in order for like a smear test or something like that. Okay. Because it could be, like I said, gynecologist. Because I heard that you need to get on the table. Now, why would you be... Because it's like disputing. Like, I dispute this amount of money. Right? I'm like, it's an offer, but I'm going to have to argue my way through it. Whether I'm going to end and call it quits, or whether I'm going to begin. Mr. McGinn, John? Well, I know a John McGinn that owns a restaurant. So it's like, there's the offer, and it's kind of like, how dare you insult me with that amount of offer? But this might not come up with that, or the offers. But like, I'm offering you it, but I could have ADHD. But like, is that enough? And you've got to argue this in court, maybe. This could be to do with an ex and the ownership of a house, a business. You may have half and half, and you have to argue who owns what here. Or Scott. So why is the Hierophant here? If you're married or committed, there's arguments coming up for you here. Why is the Hierophant? Wow. pregnancy, birth, birther. That's like giving birth, okay, or losing a child. It's kind of both. It's birth and death, both of it. It's like my mother or grandmother is very ill and I lost my mum, grieving, and there is the inheritance of that because of my mum, losing my mum, right? It's also like a birth of a new person or a child, or I am pregnant, like one or the other. But it, like I said, it does represent in tarot both. So don't think, oh my God, my mum's going to die or whatnot. But like I said, it's also needing to go to the hospital to give birth or to have something checked, right? A smear test or something like that, okay? But it's like grandparents becoming a grandparent. This is the matriarch. This is the mother. This is the child maybe that gives birth, and then it's like, how fucking what? You're pregnant again? Really? Where are you going to live? Well, with you. We can't fit you in here. How the hell can I fit you in this small house? I can't do that, right? It could be that kind of scenario that's kind of coming up for you, so kind of beware. But that is definitely like, you know, someone giving birth to something here or something, because it's needing to sign it. It's also people that come back from the past, or retrograde, obviously. What is the Three of Cups? 8. At home on my own. Sagittarius. What's a Sagittarius reading? Death. There is going up to the spirit in the sky. This is like an angel, or the name Angela, or Angel. But this is like the death of something, like change. Because Taurus, they had Crow, Brandon Lee, a brand, right? Or a band. I'm in a band. Gastric band, losing weight and all of that sort of stuff. Right? An operation. But they had change because it was the Crow. Something changing. God, I could read these forever, but I've really got to finish. There's healing from the past. There's a new beginning. There's a pregnancy. There's a death. There's a funeral. Okay, 4 weddings and a funeral. There's like a lot of celebrations and also like funerals and like signing certificates and documents and all that sort of stuff here. What is the Three of Pentacles? Yeah, loss. Single. Some of you are single or you're about to be here. Feeling like I've lost. Independent. What is the Ace of Pentacles? But then somebody is feeling optimistic. Well, there always has to be a loser and there always has to be a winner. So if you're fighting someone over something, someone loses and someone wins. Like I can't tell you who. What's the Five of Swords? Queen of Cups now. Now, there really could be a third party because you're looking at 2 women, right? A 3 and a 3 of a third party. What is the 10 of Swords? Wow. Now we have a King of Wands that's related to the King and the Queen, but there's someone in the middle. There's third energy here. It's like Piggy in the middle. Like, I don't want to be in the middle of all of this. I don't want to start getting in the middle of your affair. Or I don't want to start getting in the middle of your arguments between you and your husband or your wife. Like, you know, what do you want me to do? I'm caught right in the middle of all of this, and it's none of my business. Right. Now, this could just simply be someone that works that has ADHD. I have ADHD and I'm trying to focus on the future, not the past. I'm going to leave it at that, Libra, because I've done you like an hour. Okay. But I think the channel stuff was very much prominent of something there. But your love life looks like it could be some sort of third-party retrograde type sort of, got that underneath the deck. Third-party retrograde moment of past reaching out or something like that. Okay, so thanks very much, Libra. So if you want to help me out, you want a personal reading, you can reach out from the link provided below. There's my personal Facebook that you can reach out over Messenger, send me a friend request, or you can reach out on Discord, or you can reach out via my email. They are all below on the little arrow that you go down, and it's in all of the description. If you want to join my join button, that I really would appreciate it. It's just a way of giving me something to say thank you. It's very cheap. Or there is another part to the join button that gives you access to 150 spiritual teaching, numerology, reading cards, channeling, all that sort of stuff. Visions that I've had talking about twin flame soulmates. How many do we have? Why is it? The visions that Spirit's told me, whys and whens, and all of that sort of stuff in the past. And I've just put them all on one thing, and that's what you get for the other tier if you want to join that. Okay, so thanks very much, guys. Please make sure you smash this like button. Leave a comment. Let me know what seems right. That or the cards? Do you like both? Does any of that relate to you? Are you going through any of that? I need you to clarify it by leaving me a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to watch all of the videos, okay, because all of the Akashic Records will come to a conclusion at the end of every week or month that I've kind of done it. You'll start to see the breakdown and the results and the conclusion to everything, okay? So there you go. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.